Hey guys, welcome back to Envision Prototypes. I'm Nick. You can probably tell that it's pretty darn early. Sun hasn't quite come over the horizon yet. Summer back over there. As you can see though, we've got the trailer hooked up and we thought we'd take you guys along. You might enjoy a road trip to go out and pick up a new project. Show you more when we get there. Hey guys, we're almost there. Okay guys, well we've arrived. And somewhere in here is supposed to be an old car. Been in for a while. He said it's along the fence line. You see anything? Oh, whoa, falling over. I'm not sure if you guys have guessed what car it was. I put up a little vote earlier on our community post there. I pick my way through. It's pretty thick through here. Yeah. Guys see a four-door hardtop in there anywhere? No. Some stuff in there. Ooh, camera. Got hung up. It's getting down low. Maybe we can see it between the sticks. There's a tire. Oh, what's that over there? I see a headlight bucket. She's seen better days. Okay. Here we have a 1956 Chrysler Windsor. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story about it. The old fella that started restoration on it got a lot of it done, and he sent some panels out to the body shop, and from what you see here, they lost the doors. So he kind of got frustrated with that and he parked it. It's been sitting here ever since. That back window looks pretty good. No brakes in it. Taillight looks to be intact. That's nice. How's this taillight? Yeah, it's broken. We'll have to see what we can do about that. I heard they're a little expensive. Oh, okay. That explains the smell right there. It's really rank in here. Mouse nests. We got, looks to be one bumper. Some trim. That's the grill. Hey, yeah. Okay, that's good. Some more trim. Okay, let's look from the front. Hey, well, we have two doors. And as I was saying, we only have two doors on this car, unfortunately. The bird's still intact. It's doing a nice job holding that hood down. Bezels are missing on the front. Hopefully they are still with the car. His wife mentioned that there's some stuff up in the loft, so we'll have to go exploring. And, well, it's looking good. What do you think? Wow. This is when a car was a car, right? Fuel door. Back window's not broken. That's a good thing. I can't tell about the front. Somebody wrote something on here. Something junk there. I don't know. All right, let's open up this side here. Oops, there's my arm. We have bumperage. Two bumpers. That's fantastic. Got the seats. A little bit of water damage. Door cards are there. I cannot get in there. Taillight, a couple little cracks. Ooh, that's some pretty old gas. All right, don't want to lose that. Save that for later. So it looks as though we have to do something about these tires. Looks like the back one's up, but the front ones are pretty down. I don't know if we can do anything with that.
Get the pig.
That should help. Hopefully hold some air. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to save some air for the other side. I don't know if we'll have enough in here to do both sides. Let's leave that like that. Vines or something, cables. You find all kinds of stuff in here. And hopefully this side holds on the bead. Nope. Yep. It's holding.
Good.
I heard a hissing on the side and then it just started holding air. Come on. Hope we have enough air. Not sure how much of the trim we still have. Some of the bezels are still here, or the emblems. But in terms of the side trim, I don't know what's left, what's available. I guess that's it for air. It's not leaking. Pardon me. It's disgusting, but it does a trick. You put a little bit of saliva on the valve stem, on the core there, and or on the bottom there, and if it bubbles up, you got air leaking out of it. We're good. It's holding air. Want to see if we can pull this out of here?
Yeah, I'll get back in here. You can hook it all up.
Okay. Okay.
I'll let connect here. I saw a tire over here somewhere.
Do they have snakes around here?
Oh, I guess times of the year.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, go. Okay guys, well she's out. Tires set in kind of into the mud, so it's a little bit of rolling resistance. But as you saw with that tire right there, it kind of cushioned our pulling force. It's basically an elastic band. Tire did most of the work. So now we can go ahead and uncover things here. See what we got. I'm curious before we load this thing up. All right, bungee's released and bird in flight. That wasn't too bad. That hood opened up pretty good. See, the hinges aren't too rusty. Now this here is a 331 Poly. This is actually an American car. At least what I was told. We have to run the VIN to make sure. I think in Canada they had a 301. This is the bigger version, the 225 horsepower. Let's see what we got here. It's missing a carb, so we really weren't planning on firing it. There's something in there. Yep. So either water or antifreeze. Hopefully not water, and hopefully it didn't freeze. If it froze, well, I guess the water would have drained out. Yeah. Carb kit. Oh, that's fuel pump there. Some kind of carburetor here. I don't know if that's the original one that came off the car, but as you can see, it's all in pieces. So I think we're gonna do some more exploratory work at the shop. Right now we're gonna load her up and start heading back. I wanna get back before it gets dark. Okay, I'm trying to get it over there. Go ahead. Ready?
I'll watch your passenger side wheel.
Okay.
Okay, I want the other one yet.
Okay. How was that? Hey guys, I'm gonna sit myself down over here. A little bit winded. Now it could be because I'm out of shape, or the fact that this 1956 Chrysler Windsor is a huge car. She just goes on forever. 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 So by the time we got her back to the yard the other night, it was pretty late, too late to do any filming. You wouldn't have seen anything. We got her offloaded, got her in here, and well, the tires were aired up, and that one was holding all those years when it was sitting in the field. front ones, as you saw, we had to pump them up. But now, I think everything but one tire, two front ones, this one here, are kind of deflated. Now, you're looking at her, and as you can see, she's a little rough around the edges. But who wouldn't be after almost 70 years? You know, there's a lot going on down there in those rear quarters. A restoration was started, I mentioned that earlier. But, you know, looking at her, this four-door hardtop has a lot of potential. If we delete these two doors. That's right, yeah. I'm not really a fan of four doors. It's too many, as they say. Now, we did have a quick peek under the hood before we started loading the car, and we noticed it didn't have a carburetor, so we didn't even waste time trying to mess around with it in the bush. We were in a bit of a hurry to get back to the shop before it started raining, and we got here in the nick of time. Yeah, the car's got no doors, the seats do have some water staining, but the less we get her wet, the better, right? So here we are today with 3 flat tires, and me, out of breath, sitting in the driver's door opening. And what we're going to do is kind of unpack the car and see what she tells us. Now, what do you say I get off my butt, get some gloves, get a mask, and start pulling these seats out. Hopefully the mice scampered away when we were bringing her back to the yard. First thing I'm going to do is pull these seats out and then we'll ditch the mask. I heard meningitis isn't too fun. It's not too bad. So as you can see, these are not too pretty. A lot of mouse droppings, there's some staining going on. They've been digging in there. So we'll just throw these outside and then jump on them a bit, hopefully chase them away. And maybe we'll reassemble the interior. This side is not too bad, a little bit of water staining, something going on there. But like I said, we'll try and reassemble the interior and see what it looks like, if it's at all usable or not. Don't see anything scampering around yet. This was a luxury car back in the day. You didn't have cranks, you had power windows. But these doors have seen much better days. Now, before I go too much further, let's go around the car and see what's in here. All right, let's start with the interior here. Now, I pulled out the 2 back seat portions there and discovered that we do have the windows for the passenger side doors, which is a very important and good thing. These are the driver's doors. You can tell by the shape, that's the back door, front door's underneath. So we'll get to that in a minute. Once we pull this seat out, I want to pull this trim out of here in such a way that we don't damage anything. It looks like we do have the front grille and a bunch of other moldings up on there. Power window controls, I guess that's what that is. Bumpers. Now, somebody has been doing some restoration work on the rockers there. They've replaced sections. It's not too bad. A couple holes, should have been welded up, but yeah, it looks pretty solid. The floor looks pretty solid. And I'm really surprised about the dash pad and what nice shape it is. There's no cracks and it's not like it's perfect. It might be a little bit dirty. It is, but it's not in that bad of a condition. And that steering wheel, well, it's got a lot of cracks in it. Well, I'm not sure what we're going to do with it. Horn ring, hopefully it's in the trunk or in the back here. Let's see. Let's open up the trunk. Ooh, those hinges are talking. Now, this is something we couldn't see when we were back in the bush there. All the stuff in the trunk, just couldn't get it open with the car sitting where it was. And then by the time we got it loaded up and all that stuff, well, figured check it out here at the shop. We've got an extra speedometer there. I'm not sure if it's from this car or something else. The odometer is pretty much done. got stuff in bushels. We'll have to go through all this and see what we have, what we don't have, and go from there. This is not a good sign. When you find spark plugs in a who knows what, to add water before feeding, baby powder container. You got the bezels for the headlights, which is fantastic. Extra seal beams, more trim down there. Like I said, we'll get into this. There's a spare rim, so that probably belongs in the front. But then again, I'm not sure. I have to check that bolt pattern. More bushels, more things, a lot of stuff, and a lot of parts. Now these windows, they don't look like they belong to this car. That's strange. These are curved. This car had flat glass. We got a mirror there without a mirror. And what was that there? Signal lights, front signals for the grill area. That's good. Rear view mirror. Now these cars, doesn't matter how many we've taken apart, opened up, they always smell the same after sitting for how many years. They always have the same smell. I'm not sure why. Now these cathedral style taillights, they look really cool. Only problem is they're broken. The backup lights are broken. It could have been when they pushed the car back into the bush that a branch hit it. Not sure. I think it's mostly age. They've just checked really bad. Yeah, some more stuff going on there. The fuel door. The sides don't look too bad up above here, but I was feeling down below, and it's pretty warped. There are big dishes going on here. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that yet. Take them off, make up new ones. We'll see. The underside of the trunk is pretty clean. And this back glass, let's close this. Will it stay down? Yeah, kind of there. The seal, it's got a little bit of life left. It's not bad. That was the key I was playing with. But as you can see through here, it's a bit checked. So I don't know if we're going to pull this glass out. There's always a chance of breaking it if you try pulling the key out and removing it when it's hard like this. You can hear how hard that is. Or cut it out and replace them with fresh window seals. A lot of times these won't seal properly anymore and water will get in and get into the interior. Now that roof, it's got a few dents and dings in it. Either somebody climbed up on it or, like I just did with those door cards, stored stuff on it. Windshield, this side is pretty good. Got a couple wiper wear marks. The hood, a bit of a crease, a dent right there. That can be brought out, not an issue. This cable is not really touching the body, just there, so not a concern. Just too bad about these tires. Like that held all those years in the bush, and I guess by moving it around, it down, went out. Now, one really cool aspect about this car is that cowl vent. Didn't think they had them up into 56. You can control it down here. Okay. Check that out. Air conditioning. So we'll close that back up. Glove box. Hopefully nothing jumps out. No, nothing in there. A couple things over there. But let's leave that for later. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get that seat out to be able to get these doors out, or maybe get the doors up. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how they got that in there, but it's gonna be fun. Can maybe use this to reupholster the seats. We'll see. So the hinges, front ones are usually the ones that get the wear. You hear that? They're slopping around pretty good, so we'll have to rebush those. If we go with the back door delete, those don't matter. Yeah, rockers have been changed out over here. What was that? I thought there was something laying there. These rockers have been changed out over in this area. And check out the thickness of these webs. That's 1/8 steel plate doubled up. Inside here too. So that these doors didn't sag when they opened. Like, this is so solid, incredible. And it almost looks like somebody homemade that piece. Just the way they kind of stuck it in, but this might be a replacement here. But this is factory original. That's the way they did things back then. By the time they put the seals on there, everything, and painted it nice, put the doors on, it looked good. There's a run. We got one tire that's holding air. And the glass, oh yeah, I was going to show you the front windshield on this side. We've got a blister up in here. So, not sure what we're going to do with the front windshield. If we can find one, that'll be nice. If we can't, well, we got maybe another custom touch we can apply to this car. Put a modern roof on it. What do you think? Let's get this hood opened. Come on. Remove the custom latch and open her up. All right, so here we have the 331, the American version of the Poly engine. So I mentioned earlier that this engine can be converted over to a Hemi. You change the heads, pistons, a few other things, and you got yourself a small Hemi, which is pretty cool. Not sure if we're going to go that way yet. We need to see if this thing turns over, and we need to get a carburetor mounted on there. Now I was kind of digging through here earlier, sorry, and somebody's been playing with gaskets and decided to completely disassemble the carburetor and then throw it in a bucket. So all we have is bits and pieces and flappers and more bits and pieces in here. Gaskets, lots of little gaskets. So I'm not sure if we have enough here to reassemble the carburetor to get it on this engine and make it fire. This is the other problem. See those plug holes? It's been sitting like this for who knows how long. And that's an issue, the moisture getting in. Now, I'm curious. Can we roll it over? Nope. It's turning. Nope. I'm turning the fan, but the engine is not moving. Today I'm going to take and throw some oil, transmission fluid, into those cylinders and let it sit. See if we can break this engine loose. That's not a good sign already. So this engine is going to be another episode where we play around just with that and see if we can get it coughing or anything. We'll see. One thing you may have been looking at is that accordion thing on the firewall. That's their brake booster. That's what assisted the braking. And the master cylinder sits under there. And to check the level, there's a 7/16. You need a 7/16 wrench. You undo the bolt that's just on top. I can't quite sneak in there with the camera. Let's try this way. So you undo that bolt up on top, take the cap off, and fill that master cylinder in that location. Fun. Not sure if any of this is good. I'm not going to jam on the brakes because I don't know what's going to squirt out where yet. That'll all come in due time. Get the generator up here. This is, I believe, the first year of 12 volt. In 55, it was still 6 volt. If anybody knows, put down in the comments. And if I'm not sure if I'm right or not on that. I guess that's a vacuum reservoir. Just down here. Check out these horns. They are massive. The horn on that is literally a horn. Fuel pump. So somebody's been messing around with fuel lines. You can see, where does that, it goes down there somewhere. Oh, all the way around. I don't know. We'll have to open all this up, but not right now. First things first, get all the parts organized. This is essentially a huge jigsaw puzzle because nothing was removed, boxed, labeled. It was just removed and piled. We have to figure out what's here, what belongs on the car, and what we can use. Like I said, there's some windows in there from a different car, so there might be bits and pieces. We went up in the loft, and unfortunately there wasn't much left. Part of the roof collapsed in, and a lot of stuff was water damaged. Okay, let's keep digging. Yeah. I don't think that's how you're supposed to remove trim off a car. And like I said, I don't even know if this belongs to this car. It may have gone around the window somewhere. It's unfortunate. This is stainless, so it can be resurrected if we so choose to fix it, but that would take a lot to do it. A lot of times it's easier to go on the interweb and source another one. There we go. So this is the back window glass. Automotive clips. Again, these things are invaluable. They go on the interior panels and snap those door cards onto the doors. We'll put it right there. Front grille. It's in not too bad a shape. It hasn't been hammered anywhere. That's perhaps a usable piece. Wow, door seals, trim for around the doors. One very nice. Unfortunately, I take that back. Not nice anymore. The grill has been busted. So, yeah. Too bad for that. More trim. Appears to be in better shape. That looks like it belongs in the thresh of a house. Not sure if it belonged in here, but we'll see. Same problem. I've never worked on a 56. This is the first time. Unfortunately, there's not enough here in material to redo the seats in this car, so this is garbage. I guess what we have is a lot of the outside trim. Not sure what's involved yet. So what I was just yanking on here was the power seat mechanism for the front seats. Like, check out the tubing on this. Like, it's massive. So as we dig down, we'll pull that out, and hopefully we can get this seat out without damaging the doors. Front bumper, I think. Yeah, front bumper. It will have to be re-chromed and straightened. There's a bunch of big wrinkles, but like, there's some heft to this. See all the masking tape that was used to hold all the trim together? It's finished. Looks like old body panel pieces. We got visors, still intact, a little dirty. I'm able to resurrect this. Much more chrome, seals. Care for a peanut. Lots of seals that are basically disintegrated. That looks important. Spare tire holder. I'm gonna get you guys way back because this bumper, I need 3 guys to lift it. Maybe 2.5. It's not that bad. See the inside? It's pretty much done. But check out those brackets. Like that's 3/8 steel plate bent up just to hold these to the car. More peanuts. See, we're not going to throw any of this out, even though it looks like garbage. It's evidence as to door seals and window seals or whatever seals that we'll have to replace later on. So we'll box all that up and label it as seals. Oh, this might be easier. Outside you go. Late model formats. Ooh, spark plug wire. Check that out. This engine will run. I don't know. Let's see if we can pull those doors out. Hopefully you don't have any critters jumping around. I got the door open so they'll just run outside. Fingers crossed. Holy moly. I got a door. Why does it have to be so heavy? That's the back door. Wait till we get to the front door. It's bigger. But all the glass is intact, it's not broken. And what I read online, when you crank the back windows down or put them down, however you put them down, there's a really cool mechanism that brings one into the other because of the wheel arch. So that window comes forward, that one comes down, just because of this. I would like to get these doors mounted on the car once we pull that seat out. Or, yeah. More floor mats. Sorry. We're gonna try and get it out of this side so I don't have to go all the way around. And we have, easy. We've got a nice, huge dent in this door right there. Chrome up and through here, smoker's window. And yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not 56 Chrysler. I don't know, what do you guys think? Chevelle maybe? Don't know. If you know, put in the comments. I'm curious. Hey, we can do the upholstery, maybe the ceiling with this, whatever it is. This is rear window, passenger side. Floor moldings, I guess. Yeah, that would cover the pillars. Those 1/8 webs. This will cover all that stuff up. More harnesses. Oof. Like, check out the thickness of that wire. Like I said, nothing gets thrown out unless it doesn't belong to the car. All the latches and window mechanisms that belonged to the passenger doors are stripped out. We can use them, maybe, if we recreate a set of doors or find a set of doors that need it. And the trim for the other side. That's a good thing. Showed you earlier, the mirror gets mounted on the front fender, but it's missing the mirror part. And the quarter window for the front. It's all there. We're going to need this for later. Chrysler had their mirrors, boy, it's busted. It ain't broken there, but they had their mirrors mounted on the dash. This one might still mount up above. If we can get that engine to run, then perhaps we can reuse this. It's been off for a very long time. No acorns in there. The second mirror, and we have both turn signals. It's a good thing we have the driver's door. I can figure out where the tracks go, how they work. If somebody had disassembled everything, it'd be a whole different story. I don't know what this belongs to, but keep it. It's a treasure hunt. Headlights. Ooh, another speedometer. No, this is actually the same speedometer, but it's been smashed. The lens is gone for here. So we have a completely broken speedometer. More gauges. There must have been a second car somewhere. More mirrors. And these spark plugs, that worries me. Headlight, bezel, miscellaneous wiring, sealed beam, and wow, check this out. We've got a complete horn ring. Let's go see how it looks on the car. Should probably sit in line with that, so there we go. The only thing we're missing now is the center. See, she's a little bit off. So that would bolt on just like that. All we're missing is the center cap. It might be in the trunk, hopefully. So, fantastic. Put that down there. It might be in here, we don't know. Sounds like clips. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots of the clips for the moldings. We have to keep this all together because if we ever put this trim back on, we're going to need all this. I'm not going to go through this right now. It'll take about 12 hours. We're going to put this aside and we'll deal with it later. Probably a different car. And look at that. Badge for the front grill area. Look at this. We got it. We got the button. So this baby is in still pretty decent shape. I don't want to rub it too hard yet because it's kind of crusted on, but that does say power steering. So we have a complete horn assembly. Very good. Door handles. I hear these guys break. So a complete door handle, power switches. A lot of them feel really kind of broken. These are toast. But we don't throw them away. We keep everything for now. Hood latch. All this should be put into a container latch. More trim. Keep that for later. More moldings. We found some of this earlier. Put that there. Solenoid. This looks to be something important. I'm not sure where it goes. It's half, maybe for the grill area. Headlights? No. Taillights? No. Not sure. Very nice piece though. Window tracks for curved glass. That probably belonged to the ones that we took out earlier. Cat. You're going to find all kinds of stuff if you dig in through an old car. Stuff. Spark plug. Like I mentioned, that's not a good sign. Champion. RJ12YC. Newspapers. Nope. Ball joint. That looks like a part of a manual. Yeah. Repair manual. Let's save that. Might need that for later. Put in with the emblems. Plug for a floor. More trim, damaged. And we have a second piece. There's two of these. I'll have to look at the picture of the car and see where they might go. More emblems. More pieces. 4 of them now. And I noticed earlier that this button was missing on the dash. We've got it. This is a very good find, very good box. I like this box a lot. Ooh. You know what I'm thinking? Windsor. So we do have the Windsor script. We have a 250. There are 2 cars. That's what I'm looking at here. There's lots of duplication in the parts. And we have a Cry. See? A Cry car. I'm not sure what that's from. Newport. Another 250, another V. We got the slur. So we got a Chrysler, 2 parts of a badge, 1 badge. More hinges from something. And more Newport logos. Yeah, so we have all the knobs for our heater and our instrumentation. So these came from the second car. What I'm essentially doing is going to get rid of this box. It's been water soaked, it's falling apart. I don't trust it to hold too much of anything. Rotor. Put those there. Okay, we're down to the bottom. And the rest of this is trash. Let's keep that bolt. There's actually 2 of them. Nice star washers. We got speakers. Mono sound. More than likely we'll never use this. First part I'm throwing out. See, second steering wheel. This one's really bad shape. Don't know if we'll do anything with this one. More dash parts. And a broken horn ring. Yes, this is door panel parts. Yeah, that would make sense. All these bits and pieces. So we're going to get another box. We have armrests from this car, hopefully. There's 4 of them. Door handles or window cranks. Not sure what that is. That's a really interesting shape. More handles and more handles. Let's get all the handles together. Door parts, bouncy springs. Just put that there. Another door handle, exterior handle, and another one of those funny shapes, maybe for the seat cover panel. Sediment bowl, more door handles. This looks to be power seat motor. That mechanism I took out earlier, we've got one big motor right there, some kind of gear reduction drive for the power window. More plug wires. Let's start a box of just fasteners. Hey, bushels of fun. Looks to be a reservoir for air conditioning. You guys recognize that? Second power seat motor. Yeah, that was from the other one. Garbage. And some kind of flapper for the maybe your kick panel area to allow ventilation to come into the car. Fan belt. I don't think this will ever spin again. Battery hold down. So this is engine stuff, door handles. Hey, we got Viper arms. Put those there. Very nicely oxidized, broken light lens. And yet even more handles, which doesn't operate too well, but we can keep it. Let's get rid of that. Late model switch. The wiring, see how much lighter it is? They are probably trying to retrofit this into this car. Brake shoes. Good for stoppage. Some kind of mount. More switches. This is bad. Okay, let's try this again. Woohoo. Stuff. I think there's a broken door handle. See, they're right, they break. The seals for the door handle. And lots of switches and mice things. More wipers. Door check and a condenser. So you really got to go in the bottom of these and dig through those droppings to find stuff. Old gasket, that's garbage. The trunk is getting bigger. Okay, let's put that there. Another solenoid. Some kind of temperature control for the heater. You see your thermocouple. More seals, more seals. Rad hose, yikes. This thing's so brittle hard, we're not throwing it out yet. That's interesting. Dome light. Hey, we got seat belts and more electrical. Oh no. See, one of the gauges. Put that aside. Door lock. Go pedal, that's seen better days. Keep it for now. linkages, no carburetors. Okay, that's it for this bin. Oh, hitchhiker. Got a battery hold down. Okay, so I'm going to finish up tidying up this trunk, getting the stuff into boxes. That's pretty much it. There's some more trim off the grill, which has been damaged. More seals. We have some door sill plates, so that's a good thing. Get this cleaned up, and then we'll see if we can get those doors on and get the seats in. Check that out. And it hasn't been busted. It's complete. So if we, is there a motor attached to it? A drive? Perhaps. Perhaps not. Still works. Okay, that's good. Interior panels. See the soilage? But we can use these as templates. Okay. This one's done. The door's this heavy, you need all the help you can get. Oh, we gotta fish the top hinge through the slot. The bottom one sits on the top. Okay. Be a little more careful if these were painted. Really. These door hinge bolts, they have no threads at the very end. Gives you a chance to start them without cross-threading them. Okay, that should be it. You can drop the jack. Oh, just latch the door. Why is it off like that? Let's see if I can pop that door open. Thank you. I can get that on camera. Gotta have a ghost in here or something. You see that just popped open when I talked about it? Odd. Anyway, what we have here is the front door mounted, and what that scraping sound you hear is the door check, which is seized tight. I'll bring you guys in to show you why we're having a few issues with these doors, especially this back one here. You can see the gap at the bottom is almost spot on. The gap along the bottom of the rocker is really good. Come to the back here, we're overlapping the quarter by at least 1/4 inch. We should have a 3/16 or at least a 1/4 inch gap in that area. So something's up. With the front door, there's the door check. Well, this will not even retract into the door. So we're gonna have issues with that. That's gonna have to come apart. The other issue is this down here. See my fingers? There's no bottom of the door left. Let's close it, get our tools out. Now, about this back door, the door is slid forward as far as we can. We can't move it anymore on the hinges. So there's something happening in this length. There, it latched. Hopefully it stays latched for a few minutes at least. Now this front gap, not too bad down here, but it really opens up at the top. And it's open there, so more than likely that door has to rotate counterclockwise, and yet this gap is good. and yet this gap is tight. So both doors have to rotate forward, and we can't because the back door is at its maximum and the front door is at its maximum. So there's something going on, and that's probably why this project was abandoned, because they did everything, got doors, tried to put them on, didn't fit. This gap up here, that's meant to be that way. That's called air conditioning. I'm kidding. We're supposed to have a rubber seal up and through here, a trim piece. You saw me pull it out earlier. That's what provides a seal around the top. This glass is pretty cool, the back door, because this pane actually slides inside of this one as they both go down. Now, before we wrap things up for today, I'll show you the trunk and how clean everything looks. There's a few patches, you know, it's not a big deal. We've seen a lot worse. It's pretty darn clean. Oh, that's the trunk latch right there. So that'll come down and latch. Gotta add a little bit of oil on those hinges. And the other thing I like to do is air up the tires and improve the posture of this car a little bit. Close the hood. We'll get to that engine next time. It's been quite a busy day, organizing, cleaning everything out, and yeah, getting those doors on, which are a failure at the end. It's really no great loss, the other doors are missing. Moaning and groaning. It's moving, yeah. It should be okay. Half the rim's on it. Touching the cables a little bit. Come on. Ooh. Not going to put too much air into it. It's got pretty bad checks. Some of the former glory is being restored. You'll leave it at that. These tires aren't too healthy. All right, guys, how does she look? A little bit better. The door is on, a little more complete. So, in terms of this project, if you have any ideas of what we could do with it, put it down in the comments. Do we turn this into a pickup truck? Do we restore it? That'll take a lot of time based on what we have, and based on what we have, what can we do with it? Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you then. I almost forgot. Come in and check out the interior. I put the horn ring away just to keep it safe, but we've got the seats set up, and it's actually pretty comfortable for a 1956 feeling car. Got the play in the steering wheel. Check that out. I can move it a quarter turn, and nothing's happening to the wheels, so we'll have to address that. But that dash pad, look at that. Solid. There's no cracks, a bit dusty, but overall in fantastic shape. So top half of the car is very nice. Bottom half and doors need a little bit of work. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I mentioned, any ideas for this car, put it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share our channel with your friends. Take care.